Hey y'all, it's your girl Bella back with another video. So today I'm going to be showing y'all my methods that I use to bleach and pluck my frontal wigs. So the wig that I'm going to be using in today's video is a 22-inch straight wig from Bella Beauty. So the first tip here that I like to use before putting anything on my lace, I like to put my wig on the dome cap upside down or backwards, just so that I have a flat surface to spread my bleach down on. I'll be using BW2 powder and Behind the Zone 40 volume developer. I use the same container that the BW2 came in to mix my powder and my developer together. And I use a small amount of the developer because you don't want the mixture to be too wet. You want it to have a thick, pasty consistency in order to make sure that the bleach doesn't seep through the lace and onto the hair too much. So when I say thick pasty, this is what I mean. It should be just about this, maybe a little thicker, but this is a good consistency that it's not too wet, it's not runny everywhere. So I'm going to take a small amount here, as you can see, and begin to spread it against the lace. So I like to lightly spread it, just so I'm not pushing none of the bleach inside of the lace onto the hair. So I'll continue to go spreading the bleach across the lace, and excuse me, I got some bleach on my shirt. So yeah, I'm just doing one side now, and once I complete this side, I'm gonna go on to the next side. And I'm such a klutz, like I don't always got bleach everywhere. Listen, make sure that you don't got no good clothes on when you're doing this, because you're gonna be real mad. Well, because all of my clothes got bleach stains in it, like all of them. And like I said, you want to just make sure that you have a nice layer of the bleach on it to let it just process. And I normally let it sit on for about 15 to 20 minutes. Once I'm done laying all the bleach on, I'm just going to take the wig off of the dome cap and turn it back right side in. So as it's processing, the bleach doesn't seep into the hair. I washed this hair off of camera. I'm just detangling it. As you can just see how beautiful this hair is. And you also see how nicely these knots bleach. They're not too brassy, and they're still not too dark either. Now, when this gets installed, it will be a nice blend to the scalp and natural looking. Now on to the plucking, and I'm just putting this bad boy back on, just centering it right, making sure that it's in the right position that it should be in, and I'm going to use my T-pins to hold it and secure it down. Now you want to make sure you got you some good tweezers, some good angled tweezers, just like the ones that I just showed. Okay, I'm going to start by sectioning off the front section. Being that this is a pre-plucked frontal, I don't like to pluck the front section until the very end, so I will pluck everything starting behind that front section. And then we begin to start plucking. So when I'm plucking, I like to go in an up and down motion. So I try not to stay in the same area for too long. As you can see, I'll pluck in one area for a while, then I'll move to another section, and I'll do that along the entire side that I'm working on. And just to give you a little better view of the plucking, I just continue to pluck until that side looks thin enough. And you want to be careful. As you can see, I already done plucked 2 holes in this little lace because these were brand new tweezers and I was rushing. So please take your time, take your time, take your time. Like, it is a lot of work to pluck, but when you take your time, the lace will come out so flawlessly. I promise it will. And in the part 2 of this video, I'll be showing how you style the hair. So I'll be showing how you curl it, how I do my baby hairs. So I'll show you how to cover up these little holes if you do happen to create those inside. And make sure to comb out all that extra hair as you're plucking, just so you can see your lace and exactly see what you're plucking out in between. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go to the next side and do the exact same thing. You see me parting off the front section first, and then we'll start to pluck behind that front section. Now this side was super difficult for me to try to control this little bobblehead and try to pluck it with my right hand and trying to record it from this side. Like, it was a lot, like a whole lot, but I just, I tried to get the good side for y'all to make sure y'all can see what's up. And I'm still going up and down the section. So you see me, I'll pluck here, I'll pluck a few in the middle, I'll pluck a few below that, I'll pluck a few above that, just until I actually like the thinness, just to get that harsh line of demarcation out of the hairline. Now, y'all remember how I said I do the very front last, so I'm just gonna comb all of the hair straight back, and then I'll start tweezing it some more along the front hairline. And you don't want to over pluck or pluck too much, because you don't want to start having gaps in your hairline. Like, that is not gonna be cute, boo, and it's gonna be hard to cover up those gaps. And just watch how my hands move in a random selection of picking hair. I'm just looking at the darker sections and trying to pull out the hair out of those sections more so than anywhere else. And can we just take a moment to appreciate the struggle rubber band on my wrist? That one struggle band that's about to pop at any moment. But hey, I'm riding till the wheels fall off, boo. And I'll just continue across the front hairline, making sure that I thin that out as much as possible before we actually go down to molding and styling this lace. So once you've completed plucking, your hairline should look somewhere similar to this. If you want to pluck a little bit more, you're more than welcome. I don't like a super thin hairline. I like it to look more natural and full. You see I'm checking it out, and I just seen a few little pieces more that I could pluck out. So you always want to just double check that as you go through the lace. And you can see those few little holes in there. So like I said, be careful, but I'll show you in the next video how to cover those up. So I'm just going to use my foam from Elastic QP to lay this hairline down and mold it to the way that I want it before I actually go to styling it. This part is super important to make sure that your hairline lays as flat as possible. That foam is going to set it in place exactly where it needs to be. And I'll be doing the middle part, so I'm gonna go ahead and section that off now. So as it's drying, it will naturally dry down into that style. Something quick that I like to do, I like to go ahead and take my baby hairs out. So I'll split off 3 sections, like semicircle sections of where I want my baby hairs to be. And I will mold those actually going forward, so they'll naturally lay forward the way that my baby hairs would lay. And last, I will go ahead and put my foam back on my lace just to make sure that everything is laying perfectly flat before I actually wrap my hair down. And I'll just use these black strips. You can use anything to really lay this lace down, just to make sure that it lays nice and flat while you're in the process of drying this hair. If you haven't already, pause this video right now and make sure that you subscribe to my channel, and make sure that you turn on your post notifications, because I will be doing a second part to this video showing how I mold my baby hairs and how to style the wig. I hope this video helped out all of my beginner lace beauties. Just make sure that you take your time. It's a process. It won't happen overnight, but if you continue to practice, you'll get it, boo.